So today we get to talk about Unbound, the beauty of forgiveness. And those words in itself, beauty and forgiveness, when you have to forgive someone for pain, it does not look beautiful. Have you ever felt like, I can't wait to go tell them I forgive them for hurting me? Have you ever thought that? I've been in counseling for about 15 years now. We have an organization that's been in existence, I think, in the Father's heart forever, but here on earth for 6 years, where we marry psychology and theology and life story. So it's not therapy. It's like therapy without the diagnosis and without me trying to fix you, because I have to take care of myself. I can't fix you. I can just come highlight some of these things, and the Holy Spirit really is the counselor in the room. So we have a team of 12 counselors, and we get to serve over 1,000 churches across the world. Okay, this is what a yes looks like. This is what a yes looks like when you are laying down your tears. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. In that time, I've never heard anyone wake up one morning and say, I am so ready to go forgive someone who hurt me. Because it's not a feeling. Okay, it's a truth that sets us free. So we're gonna learn a little bit about that today. So before I jump into it, I want to share a little bit about who my family is. And this is very important because my forgiveness story has to do with my family. So my first 2 children are from my first husband, who was unfaithful to me with my best friend in ministry. If you heard the podcast, I'm not going to go through all the testimony, but there's some depth that I want to go into in a little bit about that. So there was a lot of unforgiveness. It's one thing saying that you forgive, and it's another thing of actually walking it out. Okay, so that's one piece of the story, and then I marry him, and he's unfaithful to me twice. So there's another big, deep forgiveness. So when I speak to you, I'm not speaking just from a doctor in counseling or an ordained minister. I'm talking to you from a woman who understands pain and understands releasing it to live out and be unbound and live it out in freedom. Okay, so I like to share that because I understand, and I still understand. I have like my basins ready to like drop off my tears all the time. It doesn't stop because it's a continuous process. So that's my family, and we're just going to start. So forgiveness is not denial. You will feel like if I actually release forgiveness, it's going to give that person the right, and they're going to think that they got away with it. That is really the narrative, an underlying earthly narrative that keeps us bound. And I'm going to use a lot earthly and kingdom or heavenly, okay? Because we really have to shift what this culture has taught us to what he is trying to teach us. This culture teaches us what they teach us to keep us bound. Just get on this road, and you're going to be bound very quickly with insecurity, with doubt, with comparison, with all the things. Get here, and all of a sudden you're like, you can do that with my yes? With my insecurity, you can do that? So it shifts. In this realm, 2 + 2 or 2 + 5 = 7. The loaves and the fish. Here, in this realm, 2 + 5 equals close to 20,000. How many want this way? I do. Okay? My bank account might look like this, but everything He's called us to do looks like this in the impossible. Okay? And there's nothing special about why me. The only thing that I can attribute to why we do what we do is obedience. And obedience is required for forgiveness.
Yes.
Okay? So, what is the psychological perspective on obedience? Remember, I'm going to take psychology and theology. It's what we do not process, we carry. So that very person that caused you pain, when you don't process it, you carry that person with you every single day. I want you to think about that pain. You're carrying that pain, even if you think you're not. Your body will store it. And it'll then turn into unforgiveness. Oftentimes is related to cancer. There's scientific studies that show that. And I'm not professing that over you. I'm not at all. But I have to educate you. The reason that the Lord tells you to forgive is for you, not for the other person. So it will suck the life out of you. Unforgiveness will literally suck the life out of you. It will keep you bound to a pain every single day. So every time you want to step into something new, it's like, I look good, but I can't take more than this step. Okay, and here we're just going to take off our masks because we all have to take it. And sometimes we have to help each other get to that next place. Because you might take it and then you'll be like, no, but this feels better. I'm going to stay bound here. Okay? So what we do not process, we carry. It can settle in our body, in our patterns, our thought patterns, in our relational responses. Okay? When you carry unforgiveness from your past, it'll show up in your present relationship. So if I choose to keep bound to my past, then my husband is going to pay the price for it. And the fights that show up with my husband have nothing to do with my husband. It has everything to do with me being bound to the past. Okay, I had this little, here it is. I didn't have a rope, but I thought this, can you come here real quick, Ingrid? It's my laptop. Okay, if you want to hold this. And you want to come on this side? Mm-hmm. So every time that when I choose unforgiveness, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like for me to carry, I'm walking, come with me, my ex-husband with me into my relationships. My mama, who didn't know better and really spanked me really hard, and it was abuse when I really found out later. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like when my ex-best friend comes to my house for a whole year, sleeping with my husband while we're doing Bible study. Okay, this is what this looks like. This is what this looks like. So I could sit here and say it's all her fault, or his fault, or whoever's fault, but I have the key. I have the key. I'm like, stop, Lord, take him away. He's like, let go? Are you going to release? Wow. Are you going to release? Because what I don't process, I'm carrying with me, and it seems to me that I love to carry stuff that I wasn't meant to carry. Because there's this beautiful, I don't know, it's not even beautiful. It's this really ugly, actually, this thought of, oh my gosh, I'm going through so much. And we idolize, I'm so busy, I'm going through so much, you just have no idea. No, we all do. We all are going through our pain. We're not about comparing our pain. So I don't want you to be like, well, I didn't go through that. No, you have your own stuff. We're not comparing it. I share it because it's my story, so I could share it. And I know that the moment that I let go of this, I become a new person. You can go to church all you want. You can pray all you want. You can fast all you want. You can read the Bible all you want. You can do all the things. But if you're doing this, you're being disobedient. It's sin. This is sin. This is just like having an adulterous affair. This is just like fornication. This is just like pride. It's sin because he tells you, you must forgive. Okay, but it's not just because he's making it, God, why are you going to humiliate me like that? Why are you going to put me through more pain? It's because he knows that if you do this, you live in freedom, and guess who gets stuck with all of that's theirs to carry, not mine. Okay, thank you.
So good, yeah.
I might call you back up in a moment. All right, so let's continue. What does the Bible say about this? Forgiveness is an act of surrender. Because as soon as I drop this, maybe we can just tie it right here so you don't have to keep coming up. I'll just tie it here, okay? This is going to represent. You want to tie this for me?
I'll do it for you. Go for it.
So here, I can't fully surrender to the Lord. Surrender means I lift my hands, but I can't fully lift this hand up because I'm tied. Here I can surrender. I've never actually taught this. The Lord actually gave me all this last night and this morning. So I love it because I'm like, this is so fresh. And I've taught about forgiveness many times, but this whole visual, like, oh my gosh, that's why I was like, Lord, here I am. And he's like, yeah, but you can't fully. Come on, that's good. So it's an act of surrender where it's all about him and it's not about me. This is that earthly connection where and most of us live like this in church. We have one hand in, well, people say 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We have one hand up and one halfway. Yeah, that's good. And you want to, I honestly believe you want to have them fully up, but you're choosing this over this. And we forget that what he did on the cross is much greater than this. Much greater. Because now this becomes something that we have chosen to carry for ourselves because he already paid the price, even for the person who caused me that pain. And that's, what do you mean? You, the abuser? And we have to be careful because this world really likes to do that. Like the abuser, the abusee, the victim, and no. This is just as bad. Because you're choosing to still drink this poison, thinking it's going to hurt that person, and that person is completely fine. Because you know what? That person already let go of it on their side. Normally, the person that caused you pain is not sitting there going, oh my gosh, I can't believe I caused them that much pain. Normally, they don't. They continue with their lives like if nothing happened. And we're the ones left with carrying their guilt and our guilt, double. Because we think that somehow we're gonna show them. And what we're doing is that we're hurting ourselves, okay? So that's the biblical perspective on releasing it. Romans 12:19 says, dear friends, never take revenge. Leave that to the righteous anger of God. For the scriptures say, I will take revenge. I will pay them back, says the Lord. There is nothing that you can do that could ever recover the pain that you went through. Or to have that person feel the pain that you went through. Again, if you release it, he will take care of it. When my ex-husband was unfaithful to me, I mean, he's all I knew in that very beginning. I met him when I was 11 years old. And I remember reading this and I'm like, Lord, no, I'm going to go slash his tires. I'm going to go do this. I literally, at that time, there was this court case going on. I forgot. I think her name was Bobbitt. I'm aging myself. Huh? Yes, right? She wanted to cut off her husband's penis? Oh, she did? Oh, she did. Okay. That was kind of the time when everything happened and I was like, oh, I could totally do that right now. I could do that. If it wasn't for the Lord, I probably would have done something insane because that's all I knew. He was the one that came to rescue me from my dysfunctional family. So just think about the regard I held him at. He was my lowercase g in my life. And it's like he comes and he does this to me with our 2 kids. So I was thinking all of that stuff, right? And then I remember reading the Bible and I'm like, all right, well, what's the revenge look like? Because he looks like he's having so much fun. Like they look great and I'm here depressed and my little 5-year-old girl is depressed and she's also suicidal and he's fine. Like those were my honest conversations with the Lord. So get to it, Lord. Come on, come through. The more I did that, the less he did. Because it's like I had my hands in the dough. I was like, Lord, you're going to do it the way I want to. And the Lord's like, are you going to take your hands out? Are you going to surrender and let me do what I need to do? And then I did. And I'm like, but it's not working. Can I put him back in? No. He's like, because it's not about him. It's about what I want to do in you. Yeah. So this is important because pain, we want to equate pain to pain. Yeah. We want to pay them back for the pain that they caused us. But there's nothing that you could ever do that's going to repay that pain. And it's not going to help you restore. Because now you're focusing so much on them. So all the energy that you should be focusing on healing yourself, now you are freely giving it to someone else. And now you're bankrupt in energy to take care of yourself. So it's a decision. Is this easy? Absolutely not. It's not at all. Please, I don't want you to think that I think this is easy. This is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But it is the most freeing thing. And I understand pain. This is what I do. This is what the Lord has called me to do. I understand that there may be people in this room that have been sexually abused. And I am sorry that you went through that. That wasn't God's plan for your life. But it is his plan to heal you. It is his plan for you to let go of that so that you can fully live what he has for you. I understand that. So I don't want you to think that I'm trying to minimize your pain. I just want to be on your team to help you let go of that so that you can fully live in what the next chapter is going to look like for you. And don't wait so long. The day is today, not tomorrow, not when you feel like it.
I hope that this episode really blessed you. And for those of you that have never stepped into the circle, that you would actually get a glimpse of the power of us beholding his presence together and being willing to do this inner work so that we can be in intimate relationship with the Lord, allowing him and giving him access to search our hearts. I hope that's what it stirred up in your spirit. And ultimately, I just want to be able to bring you back to the presence of the Lord. So please do take the time, download that Soul Care activation, set a time with him and be able to let him usher you into his presence of just revealing who you need to forgive. and what do you need to surrender at his feet? I hope it leads you there, because that's ultimately my heart's desires, for you to encounter him and have just a personal intimacy and revelation of his presence. Don't forget, subscribe, turn on the notification, download those PDF, and I hope that if you haven't done so already, that one day you too will step into the circle with us. Sign up for the newsletter and you'll be in the know. So much more to come. We've got retreats, we've got workshops, and we've got a virtual gathering. So don't hesitate to also communicate and send it in the comments section if there's any questions we can answer, and continue to do this inner work and guide you along.